Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter in Python, and the chapter is file handling. Let us first understand, students, what actually file handling means. Students, in our life, when we were in class 4, 5, 6, we used to make files in notepads. You remember, students? What we did? We made files in notepad. Let us go today and try to make one. So suppose I go to E drive here and I try to make a file. So what I'll do, I will right click and then I will go to new option and I would make a file. And what sort of file I want to make today? I want to make a text document. So right click, new, and I go to text document. You see, whenever I say text document, see a txt extension file gets created. And if you open it, you can open it in Word or you can open it in directly Notepad. How? Right click and say I want to open it with Notepad. So you open the file with Notepad and you wrote something. Say you wrote Ram is a good boy. And say I again go to the next line. I write Sita is a good dancer. So you saw, students. Now what is this file? This is a text file. How I created the text file? I went into a directory, say E drive here, and right clicked at a blank space, chose new, and then I went to text document. So a new text document was opened. I opened it with Notepad and I have created it, and now I'm going to save it. It asks a name for us. What it wants? A name. So I'll give a name. Say we give file.txt as the name and try to save it. The file gets saved. So can we see the file? Let us see where it is. You can see the file. See, here we have the file. So the file is created. Now students, how did we create the file? We created the file by directly going into the folders and choosing Notepad. What sort of file is this? This is a text file. Students, using Python in our syllabus, we have to deal with two types of files. One is text file and the second is binary files. We will talk of binary files later. Today we are going to understand text files. So students, you saw how we created text files. If somebody asks you what is a text file, the answer is text files are those files which are created using text editors. See, Notepad is a text editor. Now we have WordPad also. That is also a text editor. Even you can use Word. If you use Word, while saving, you will say you want to save as plain text format. So plain text format means same as what Notepad does. So that would also be a text file. You can use OpenOffice org, right? That also helps to create a text file. So there are many text editors. If you go to some other operating system like Linux or Unix, there are something called VI editors. You can use that for text files. So different ways are there, different editors are there. You can use them to save the file in text mode. What is the benefit of saving a file in text mode? The benefit is whenever you open a file which has been saved in text mode using the text editor, if you open it, you can easily read it. But whenever you open a binary file and want to read it, it is very hard to read a binary file. It is unreadable. What is written there cannot be understood. So this is a big difference. There is one more thing that should be understood about text file. When text files are saved, they are saved using ASCII mode. That is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So I'll talk of it in the chapters, in the topics. When I talk of binary files, we'll have a big talk on difference between text file and binary file, what text file is and what difference it has with binary file. So we'll talk of what ASCII mode is there. But you should understand ASCII mode means it is a good way of saving. If the text file is sent through mail to somebody, he can also see it without problem. So that is the benefit out there. Then one more benefit is whenever you open a text file, you understand where actually a text file has a line. That is where a line of text file ends and where the file itself ends. You can see and understand, okay, this is the line where the line is ending and this is the place where the file is ending. For example, if I open this given file here that we created, so we are opening it, so I can well understand that yes, Ram is a good boy is one line and Sita is a good dancer is another line. How did you know? Because we had pressed an enter key. So when return key, that is enter key, was pressed, you understood that a line has changed and new line has begun. So students have understood. But again, the question is, how did we create this text file? So we created it using direct mouse clicks. That is going to the folder, opening it by right clicking, going to the new option and all those. Now the question is, can we create a file using Python? That is, can we make our own notepad file, that is text file, writing a program in Python? The answer is yes. And that is what is there in our course. So we'll go and today try to write a program so that we can create a text file in Python. So let us start. See students, we will write the first line as this. We'll write f is equal to open. Say I want to create a text file in E drive. So I'll write E and then I'll write the name of the file. So let me give a name here, say file1, because I use the name file, so I'll use the name file1.txt. So I want to create file1.txt. Now why I'm trying to create file1.txt? Because I want to write something in it. So when you want to write something, you'll have to use the word W. W means I'm opening the file for writing into it. When I open the file using W, it means the file would be opened brand new. That is, if ever even a file existed called file1.txt in E drive, that file will get deleted and a brand new file is going to get created. So whatever data were there in the earlier file1.txt, that would be deleted. That would be nowhere now. That is going to be lost by us and a brand new file1.txt is going to be created. There are options, there are ways through which we can even keep, but we'll talk of it later. There are ways by which we can keep the earlier thing also and we can add our new things also in the same file, but we use a different file mode there. Here what file mode we have used? We have used W. What W does, whenever you use W, if a file1.txt already existed in E drive, because we are using E drive, that file is going to get deleted and new file1.txt is going to get created. So what I mean here is, I want to create a new file1.txt. If ever there is a file1.txt, delete it off. That is what I mean. And see, I have written open. Open is a function in Python which helps to open a file. There are two things which we have given here, the name of the file that I want to open and the mode. The mode is W. W, as I said, opens the file brand new. Here you see there is a F. Technically speaking, we say F to be the file object, but from now on, I will talk of it as our servant. So Python has a servant called F, which is working for Python and opening the file file1.txt with the mode W, that is write mode. Now, as we have opened the file, what is our next work? Our next work is to write something in the file. So we try to write. In Python, there is a function called write to write in a file. I can write anything here. The world is a place where, anything we can write, where we live peacefully. So this is one line I have written. So with write, if I want to write more than one line, I'll again go and I'll write a /n here. What /n would do? Help me to go to the next line in the file even while I write. Again, I can write another line here. I have been visiting, anything I can write, many places of the world. Anything I can write. Then again I can give a /n, no problem. So I wrote 2 lines here. Understood? As I wrote my lines, what I'll next do is, I'll close the file. Whenever you open the file, it is your duty to close the file. And you know, students, I'm done. I have written the code that would create a file for me, a brand new, and it will write these 2 lines in that file. So let us now go and try to run it. So I run it. It asks for a name. So I give file, say 7, a name. See, when nothing comes, it means no error is coming. That means we have created the file. You want to see the file? You can easily see it. Let us go to E drive. How we shall go to E drive? Here we have that E drive. And what was the name of the file we gave? I think we gave the name as file1. So see, students, file1 has been created here. And when I open it, when I open file1, what happens? See, we'll see whatever we wrote. See, the world is a place where we live peacefully, and the second line has, I have been visiting many places of the world. So students, you saw how easy it is to create a text file in Python. So it is very easy to create a text file in Python. So you created a text file. Now, we have one more given. Here what we did, we had to write 2 times write. So if I don't want to use 2 times write, we can do something. What we can do? Let us make another file here to understand. Say file2.txt. We have a function called writelines. But how we use writelines? Writelines help us to write more than 1 lines at one go. What we do is we create a list. See, I'm creating a list here. Writing few lines here. Say, Shyam was going to the market. This is 1 line. So let me write it properly. So I write it here. Shyam was going to the market. So this is 1 line I wrote, and let us have a /n so that the line ends. Then say another line I write. Sita is working in a office. Say 2 lines, simple lines we are writing. Okay, say 1 more line if you want. We can write 1 more line. So 3 lines we'll write. Our aim is to use one function. See, write was being used 2 times. If there were 20 lines, I had to use write 20 times. So this is not feasible. This is not good. So if I want to write all those lines, we'll first write all the lines in a list, and then we will say I write Suraj is a manager, and again /n to change the line. So 3 things we have written, and what we will do is, there are 3 things which we have written, and what we'll do is we will use one function, and that function is going to help us. So what is that function? We'll write lines. What is the name of the file? The name of the file is file2.txt. Where we are creating the file? We are creating the file in E drive. Understood, students? I have given a path. This is this E drive, then file2 is called absolute path. Where I want to create? We want to create in E drive. That is the absolute path. Now, what I do is, I have to use a new function, write lines. What is the benefit of write lines? Write lines help to write in the file at one go. It doesn't need more than one write lines. One write line can help to write the whole file at one go. What write did? Write used to write one line. For the second line, again you have to use write function. For the third line, again you have to use write function. But here what we'll do, I have put everything in a list L, and I will say write lines L. So we have completed our work. So easy it is. And now I go for run. Which file? File2.txt. See, I run it. See, it works. It works fine. Let us go and see whether E drive has our file2 or not. So E drive is here. Let us see whether file2 is there or not in E drive. So yes, file2 has been created. And what file2 has in it? See, Shyam was going to the market, Sita is working in an office, Suraj is a manager. So I created a file, a text file using Python. Isn't it great? So I have used Python and I have created text files. What did we do to create it? We used 2 given functions. One was write function and the second was write lines function. What write function does? Using write function, you can create a file line by line. But using write lines function, you need to either take a list or take a tuple, and whatever you have in that list or tuple, the number of lines, whatever lines you keep in the list or tuple as a element of that list or tuple, all goes in one go and gets written in the file. So I think students, you have understood. Students, someone of us actually we should know that there is a function called flush function. Now, what is the use of flush function? I'll tell you what is the use of flush function. See, this is a flush function we are using. What happens, students, do you know? Write lines I have written, Shyam was going to the market, Sita is working in an office, Suraj is a manager. What happens is, if I write lines, then we have written it here. Ki computer, Python, please write the lines on the file. But Python doesn't write it just when it gets that write line given statement. It writes it while closing the file. So it waits till the file is till we are working with the file. It will not write the things. When we are actually closing the file, then Python will wake up and will say, okay, I'm going and writing into the file. But you have no difference at all. After you have closed the file, then only you will go and open the file and see whether it has been written or not, and you will find it successfully that it has been written. But when bigger programmers come, they want to write the things in a file in between, even means he has written, say, write lines. He doesn't want to close the file, but wants everything to be written in the file, whatever he has written till this moment. So what he will do? He will use f.fflush. So things written till now would be written into the file, and afterwards he may take more things in a list and then again write those things. So in between also he can use fflush to forcibly say Python, go and first write in the file, then come back. So now Python is not going to wait till the file is to be closed. That is, when the file is going to be closed, then Python will actually write. So we'll say no, not there. You have to write even in between. So for that we are using flush function. So I force the Python interpreter to go and first write into the file and then continue with the next lines of the program. So if I had something written here, say f dot say write, one more line here, Seema is a singer. So if I write this line, then I will say that first Python went and wrote whatever was there in the list, then it came back and it wrote Seema is a singer when we were actually closing the file. So wrote things of L before closing, 2 lines before closing it did the work, but when we wanted to close, then it actually wrote the last line Seema is a singer, because we had used flush. Flush forces, what it does, it forces the interpreter to go and write into the file, forces the interpreter to go and write into the file. So this is how it works. But see students, for us, for normal programmers, it has no difference. The file actually is being written and we are seeing that yes, the file is working for us. But if an external comes and asks you, you should know what f.flush is doing. One more thing student, I have given the name f for our servant, that is the file object. You can give any name using the Python naming rules for naming an identifier. So students, I think you have understood how we write into a file. I think we have no problem in writing into a file. So students, today we will close our session here only, and in the next class what we'll see is, in the next video what we'll see is, we'll see how we can read things from a file which has already been created. So to read things from a file which has already been created, we have to again use a Python program. What we normally do, we open the file manually and read things like this. I would go here, and what I would do is I'll open E drive. So this is all manual. I'm going, clicking the mouse and then going to the file and reading it. So it is hectic even for us. What we'll do, we will write a program in Python, and using that program only, what we can do, we can read a file from the computer. So it would be easy for us. We'll not go and read it like this. We'll read the file and we'll print whatever is in the file on the Python shell, the content of the file in the Python shell. So this is how we would work with it. See what we did students here, one more thing, that is we used E drive to make our file. Suppose we don't want to use E drive. So what actually it is giving absolute path, because I gave the drive even where I wanted to create it. Suppose I don't give E drive, then where is this file2.txt to be created? It is to be created in the current working directory of Python. Now how do we know that what is the current working directory of Python, where Python is actually installed in our computer? Wherever Python is installed in our computer, there only now the file will be created. It is not to be created now in E drive. So how do we know that where actually the file is in Python? That is where it is going to be created in Python. We should know where actually the current working directory is, because file is now going to be created in the current working directory. How do we know? Let us see. We have a module here. That module is OS module. We'll have to write os.get current working directory. See, it gives C drive Python 33. So this is the current working directory. So if you don't give a path from your side, then Python is going to create the file in this given folder, Python 33 by default. Why? Because this is the current working directory of Python. How we got it? We use the OS module. we imported the OS module, and using OS module, what we did was we used a function of OS module get CWD. Get CWD full form is get current working directory. So you got the current working directory. Now if I want to write a file here, say I want to write a file, say any file, I want to write qrst.txt. So when I want to write qrst.txt, what will happen? I'll run F5. See, it works. And we all know that F plus first went in one go and wrote whatever was there in L. Then it again, the file was written by the line that Seema is a singer when the file was going to be closed. So what F plus does also, you understood? In between, it wrote whatever was written in L at one go first. And then, because we had not written F plus after Seema is a singer, so that line Seema is a singer would have been written when the file was going to be closed. So that is the thing. Now we have made the file. Let us go and check where we have made the file. Python 33. So we go to C drive. Now here we would have a folder called Python 33. And I have made a file QRST. Let us see whether QRST has been made or not. Let us see. Are we seeing QRST? Come on, let us see. Yes, QRST has been made. See, it has been made. So let us open it. So I opened QRST. See, Shyam was going to the market. Sita is working in an office. Suraj is a manager. Seema is a singer. Everything has been written. But these three lines written in between when the program was being run, and the last line written when the file was actually being closed by Python. So you have understood, students, how it works? So great. So we have created, and by default where it gets created, in the current working directory, which is the current working directory where Python files have been installed. Where it has been installed here in my computer, Python 33. And where Python 33 is in C drive. So what is the parent directory of Python 33? The parent directory is C drive. And what is the current directory where we are actually saving our files now? It is Python 33. Sometimes few programmers use this given option. Now what is this option? Let us see. How does it work with this option? So let us see how it works with this option. And let us write QRST1. So it works. Now what was that? Why I gave dot slash slash. Dot slash slash is current. Again the same thing. I said go and save in the current working directory. So if I would have given nothing, then also it would have saved in the current working directory. But here I am specifically saying that save in the current working directory. Dot stands for current working directory. Understood, students? And now it is said that I am using relative path name. So here what I am using? Relative path name. When I gave E drive and then the file's name, it was absolute path name. And this is what? This is relative path naming conventions. Why relative? Because I am not giving the name of the current directory. I am using this dot given symbol. So using dot symbol where you saved it in the same place where the previous file when you gave nothing was saved. That is the default directory. That is the current working directory. If you want to see, let us come and see in C drive, Python 33. And what was the file's name? QRST1. Let us see whether it has been saved or not. QRST1. See, it has been saved. So simple it is. You understand, dot means current working directory, and what sort of conventions you are using? You are using relative path name conventions. And see, it has been again made with the same thing as we wrote the same thing now. There is one more option, student. I can use double dot. Now what is double dot? Double dot means parent directory of the current working directory. What was the parent directory of the current working directory? You had seen when we went into the shell and we saw, see, what is the parent directory of the current working directory? The current working directory is Python 33. The parent directory is C drive. So if I write that given thing, what I see here is dot dot and then I give this QRST1. What will happen is this given file is now going to be created in the parent directory. Now what is the parent directory? C drive. So it is going to be created in C drive. Let us see. One error we get. Why? Because I'm not an administrator now. I'm not using the administrator permission. So it is not helping me to write there in C drive. Understood, students? Otherwise it would have given it. If you work with this in your computer, it would have worked. So you should understand here, dot dot means what? Dot dot means parent working directory. So this is how we use relative path names. So why this computer didn't give me the option? Because I was not working in Python like an administrator. So let us try it out. Let us see if we can or not. So I first save this file, say file 45, a name I gave to the file. I saved it. Now computer said, no, I will not allow you because you are not an administrator. So how I can be an administrator? So let us see how I can be an administrator. I will close here. I will go again and open Python. How I open Python? This time I'll right click and I'll say run as administrator. Now see, I run as administrator. Now I try to open the file again. So what is the file's name? File 45 we gave. So file 45. See, this is the file here. So I open it. So the file has opened. Let us again try it whether it works or not. And see, it is working fine. So what was the problem? Because I was not an administrator, it didn't allow me to make it. Now it has allowed me to make because I am now working as an administrator. So now the file would have been created, and where would have that file been created? See, it had been created, I had written dot dot. So it had been created in the parent directory. So let us go to see the parent directory. We know Python 33's parent directory is C drive. And here we'll go and try to find QRST, whether it is created or not. QRST1. Yes, see, it has been created. And see. So I think students have understood what is relative path name and what is absolute path name and what is the default path name. How we give the default? Default means only give the name of the file. It is going to be saved in the current working directory. So students, we have read about writing into a file. That is, we now know how to write in a file. Students, now if I write, what I do is I remove everything from here. You know that a file qrst1.txt has been created in C drive. Now if I remove everything and again write the file, say I write f.write, I write good morning. What do you think what would happen? Would the earlier things that were written in the file exist, or only good morning will be there in the file? The answer is only good morning. Why? When again I am going to write the file, I am using W mode. When I use W mode, what happens? The file which already existed would get deleted and a brand new qrst1.txt will be created in the C drive. We all know that. W mode means whatever you wrote in the file gets deleted. So if I use this given good morning and again run the program, all the earlier things would be deleted and good morning would be written on the file. Let us see. So file created. If you go to C drive and you see what is there in C drive, in QRST1, you will see that all the things which were written previously has been deleted and only good morning is written. So students, it is really something which is painful. How can we keep the things which we had written earlier and the things which we want to write now? The option is you can use A here. A means append. So if you use A, you wrote good morning, then if you write now hello, how are you? So both would be existing now. Both would be existing now. See, both the lines would be existing because you used which mode? A mode. A mode means append mode. So let us see how it works. So it ran. Now I'll go here, C in C drive, because dot dot, so parent directory, C drive, and I now see the file. So it should have both the things which we wrote earlier and now I am writing. See, good morning is also there and hello, how are you is also there. Both the things exist. So what is the difference between W and A? A keeps the already existing things and adds the new things after the already existing things. And W does what? W deletes the already existing file. Whatever content was there in the file, that goes off and new things get written in the file. So this is the difference between W and A. Students, in the next class, we will learn about reading from a file. Suppose a file is there and you want to read. Why everything came in the next line? Because I didn't use a /n. If I would have used a /n, so hello, how are you would have been in the next line. So students, I think you have understood how to write and create a new file, append to already existing file. That is what is in our syllabus. And you have also understood what f.flush means. You understood how relative path names are given, how absolute path names are given. If you don't give any path, then default is being used by computer. How to check what is the current working directory. How to close a file. It is very necessary to close a file that you have opened here. So this is how we use it. Sometimes we can use one more feature. I will show you here. I can write with open. See what I am writing as F. So now if I write with open as F, I need not even close the file. Earlier, if I had not closed the file, what would happen is the file would have been not working for us. The file would have not been created for us properly. But with open, it is now computer's obligation to close the file for me. So this is the benefit of using with open keyword. Rest are same. So if you use with open keyword like this, we don't need to close the file. The file will be closed by the computer for us. Now if I do a QRST2, because it is already existing, it will ask for replacement and all. So it works for us now. See, I'll go and work. So there is why? Because I had not given a colon here. See, a colon is required with open, and everything should be indented within this with block. That is f.write should be within the with block. So let us see. It works and QRST would be created. So you learned a new way of writing a file or creating a file, that is with open keyword you understood. So now if you go in the parent directory, there would be a file called QRST2. See, this file has been created and you open it in Notepad and see hello, how are you has been written. So everything is clear to you now, students. Many things we have learned. So we'll conclude it here only. What is the importance of with open? You need not close the file yourselves. Python is going to close it for you. So this is how we use it. So we will close it here. We'll have one more YouTube video. In that we'll learn how to read from a file. So thank you very much, students. Have a nice day ahead.